Isabella had barely settled into the rhythm of having Mr. Mohal, her enigmatic boss, around when he approached her with a personal query that she was not sure how to solve. "What gift should I buy for my wife? I've been away for a bit," he confided, looking as though the weight of the world was on his shoulders. "Flowers always start a warm welcome," Isabella suggested with a smile, her mind dancing between professional advice and the irony of her own marital situation. "And maybe a dinner to reconnect and spend quality time together. Time is often the best present you can give, especially if you have been away for long." Mr. Mohale nodded thoughtfully. It was a brilliant idea, and it made a lot of sense. As the clock struck 3, they ventured out to an upmarket mall nearby, hoping to add a gift to the flowers. The air between them was formal, sometimes filled with awkward moments of silence and polite smiles. The two were worlds apart and were failing to find common interests. Isabella, being the free-spirited one, decided to lighten up the mood. As they went inside several shops, Isabella playfully tried on some dresses to see if he could buy one for his wife. Mr. Mohale couldn't help but notice that Isabella really looked beautiful and attractive as she tried on the different dresses. Each dress she slipped into seemed to chip away at Mr. Mohale's formal facade, revealing a hint of awe. He watched, almost transfixed, as Isabella twirled in a vibrant print that hugged her figure gracefully. "It's a pity we are both married," he thought, a sentiment that lingered unsaid but heavily felt. "Why are all the good women married? I wish she was not married," he said to himself. The afternoon culminated in the purchase of a delicate necklace to accompany the flowers, a token that Mr. Mohale hoped would bridge the gap his absence had created. Mr. Mohale was really hoping his wife would be happy with the gift. Back at the office, the day's unexpected turn continued when Mr. Mohale received a call from his grandmother. She was eager to finally meet the wife she'd heard so much about, but never seen for 2 years. Mohali promised to bring her that night after the planned dinner. Meanwhile, Isabella returned to the apartment she now shared with her best friends, Wendy and Tom, who had moved in during the days Isabella felt depressed after her husband left. As she took a bath in the shower, an unexpected knock came at the door. It was Mr. Mohale, flowers in hand, ready to surprise his wife. The door swung open to Tom, who looked puzzled at the sight of a strange man holding flowers on their doorstep, and asked how he could help him. Stunned that his wife was cheating on him, Mr. Mohale managed to ask if Isabella lived there, and Tom said yes. As if that was not enough, Wendy came and wrapped her arms around Tom from behind, a casual display of affection that shattered Mr. Mohale's world. He barely saw her face, but he mistook Wendy for Isabella, and he stumbled backwards, the flowers a sudden burden in his hands. "Are you two?" he began, his voice trailing off into the thick tension. Tom's response was curt, protective. "It's none of your business," he snapped, shutting the door on Mr. Mohale's confused and heartbroken face. Crushed by the misidentification and convinced of his wife's infidelity, Mr. Mohale spent a tormented night, drinking alcohol, trying to bury his sorrows. The next morning, Mr. Mohale asked his lawyers to draft some divorce papers and send them to his wife. He told him his wife was cheating on him, and he had seen it with his own eyes. Look out for "I Wish It Were You Part 3. Follow, like, and share, for I am posting exciting stories like these every day.